Welcome back, guys. This is France during the wintertime. A nice little nation called Savarie, who just hates me for some reason. Now, this I know for sure I do not have volley fire. I managed, or this is Paris. Yes, this is Paris. Just hated me, and they attacked my capital. They kind of just ran past all my armies who were busy dealing with other units. So right here you're going to see that I'm going to send all of my guys up here, and the reason why I call it Fredericksburg is because this is like Mary's Heights up here, and there's just, I send up a second line here, and then my armed citizenry comes down here as kind of the meat shield for all of the cavalry. Once again, I don't really have any cavalry. I do have the Regiment Étranger, which is, well, renowned, I think, throughout the world pretty much, because they're not all French. It's basically the French mercenary force, I guess. It's the same concept as back here, I believe, as well. So, right away I'm gonna run up to my little fortifications here, and I will see you when I get back. But before we go, let's just look at the. Oh, this is Hanover again. God damn it. Oh, this isn't Paris. Okay, I'm sorry. This is I think this is like me fighting for Württemberg or Westphalia. Wherever it is, this is a fun battle, and like I said, it's basically. Let me check my phone right here. What time is it? Yeah, it's 11:37 at night, and I don't stay up late normally, but it's hard for me to record because I have a family that lives with me. Well, I live with my family, so it's not like I can record during the day with all these crazy people running around. So yeah, I'm running up to the top with all of my units. So when the deployment is done, I will show you what it looks like, and then after that, I will show you the actual battle, which I found to be pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm back. Hanover's pretty damn close, and we're still not completely set up. You'll see I've got all my armed citizenry as like the meat shields, because the cavalry needs to get caught by something. And what I mean by that is I have to stop them from getting up this hill quickly, and unfortunately I looked around and said, well, these guys are basically useless anyways, so you can go and catch the cavalry for my Regiment Étranger, or today known as the French Foreign Legion. I think these are the same guys here. But yeah, you'll see I kind of formed up like a right angle, and I know this is basically corner camping, but I don't really think corner camping is corner camping in this game because muskets. But yeah, so here comes the first wave. And these poor bastards. These guys don't even know what's happening, by the way. So, you'll see though, I've got guns overhead that are shooting down. Yeah, I do not have volley fire here. I'm almost certain. I'm doing this right after recording the Fredericksburg battle. So I don't know if I'm going to chronologically order these, but yeah, I basically don't. This is like the 11th or 12th turn. So yeah, like we got, see, like I stopped some of their cav, and then, well, tried to put my guys back in a position, but they broke, which is okay because I don't really need this place. It was more of me just trying to slow down what I could, which I do think I do a good job of slowing down. And this guy just got shot by a French-made bullet. That's good. That's what we wanted. So up here, again, I'm sorry if you don't like corner campers, but this just presented an opportunity, and I had never experienced a fight like this, and I thought it would be an interesting experience. And I thought it was a lot like Fredericksburg for that reason, that, you know, the Union really couldn't come up in certain areas, or they just didn't want to. But here we're going to get attacked by the first group of rooters of Hanover. I think that's what their name is. I'm not really fluent in German. Hell, I'm not really fluent in English either, but I mean... so yeah, we form the square here, and now most of the Hanoverian, or whatever, I don't know, if somebody could put in the comments below what Hanover's like ethnicity is called, like, not Hanover, but you know what I mean, right? Like, I'm trying to say, like, their country's Hanover, so what are the people, like Hanoverian, or what, you know, like, if you live in Bavaria, you're Bavarian. What are these guys? That's what I'm trying to ask. So here I've got the Regiment Enchange holding position against all of this crap. I pulled them out really quickly and then realized I was pretty stupid. No, but they do get a couple shots off on some guys. So meanwhile, the main line infantry, this is what started the war between me and Hanover, by the way, in case I do put Fredericksburg first in my own stupidity, or Gettysburg, sorry. Gettysburg is the other video. This is basically, they jumped my, like, they kind of just declared war and then went straight to my capital, and I didn't have an army to stop them. The Gettysburg video is actually me defending France against Hanover. This is me defending another city against Hanover. So I mean, actually I don't even know what I'm bumbling about, but yeah, you'll see like I had to shoot my own guys in the back here, and I'm not a big fan of shooting my own men in the back or taking friendly fire casualties at all, but it was that or these guys would have probably lost quite a few more. So I felt like it was something that had to be done. So now we're going to start to see the first of the Hanover's infantry. I don't want to keep butchering that name in case there's somebody that lives in what used to be or is still Hanover. They're now coming up the yeah, you'll see these are dragoons now. The Legion Britannique dragoons are now have dismounted and are coming up the hilltop. And you'll notice that I do have reserves. A lot of their units do hit this flank, but surprisingly enough, they do not break through. Right here does break through eventually, spoiler. But you'll see I kept some of my foot garrison and my actual line infantry in reserve. And these poor bastard horses just decided to become the meat shield. So I mean, I guess my French soldiers will be eating well tonight, I suppose. I mean, that's terrible, but it's true. So yeah, it's just utter chaos. So here's their regiment of dragoons that's gonna try and charge. I don't know if they actually carry that out. They may hold. Whoa, that's some lag. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, you guys should. I'm gonna ask you guys right now. Like, this is recording at like an average of like 20 to 18 frames a second. I want to know if you guys can tell, because I try and I don't know. I'm trying to make it as good of an experience for you guys as well as myself. So I was just curious as to what this looks like from you guys' perspective. So now we've got Hanover's line infantry is just stuck in the field of horses. This is like the wheat field. At Fredericksburg, I think there was one, like the Bloody Angle or something like that. It's just this time it's the horse field. And some dragoons did manage to get back on their horse, which is nice to then move them out of the way for a brief moment. So meanwhile, down here we have, I think it is 3 units of Hanover's army assaulting my militia, who are attempting to hold the flank. But behind them I do have a foot infantry unit, because I know militia is not the greatest at fighting. Especially since these guys aren't focused about these guys who are marching right up on top of me. But because we have the high ground, my men are encouraged because they are on high ground. It looks like they're gonna try and like just do that walk-up thing where they walk right into your lines and just rout you because it's AI. So these guys have taken a considerable amount of casualties. And they do break at one point, I believe, and then come back, and I just replace them. So yeah, this was kind of the turning point. Although outnumbered, they didn't really have the ability or manpower to take over my forces. They're gonna try and charge me, but they don't get very far because I don't really take my guys off of fire mode. Although right here they do get here, but they break because of the fire mode staying on. I don't know if that's proven to work. I read it somewhere. I think it was on somebody I was watching YouTube had said it. I'm not a big fan of watching like Total War gamers, but I mean, and that's pretty damn hypocritical of me since I'm playing Total War right now, hoping somebody will watch me. But I mean, like, no. Let me get that straight. I watched like Duplex Heated, but like if he does it, I won't watch anybody else because that might have been interpreted wrong. Like I watched like Duplex Heated Let's Plays, but like I won't watch like anybody else's because you know I think if you watch one Let's Play for one faction, you've seen what the other guys are gonna basically show you with that faction. Which is why I'm not doing a playthrough. I'm just showing you interesting battles because I think that a playthrough would be boring since this game has been out a while. So it is just horses are still being shot down by the thousands. I think the enemy took more casualties, like more animal casualties than actual man casualties. So I mean, I don't know if Hanover had volley fire for this. No, they were just conveniently firing, yeah. So they are getting pretty frickin' close. I mean, they again, they can't run up the hill because it's so steep. I think that's why they can't run. I'm not sure. But they do get a nice volley in here on my regiment and Étrangers, who are now down to 172 guys out of the original 300. Kind of sucks, but it's true. But you see right here, I do have a line infantry unit ready to replace anything that breaks here. Now, again, the AI is not the smartest in Darth Mod, although it is smarter. It is not always the smartest. So this basically turned into a turkey shoot, like the actual Battle of Mary's Heights did turn into. So I mean, and the funny thing is, we're still incompetent enough to miss 90% of our shots. Although muskets, I know, were not very accurate. Meanwhile, back here, those guys routed. And now it is one unit of Britannic foot that are holding this, well, that are trying to assault this position, and my militia doesn't really seem to care right here. These guys are not really firing at them, they're firing at them. So right here, I pulled back my militia for a garrison foot because I realized that these guys, they did shake, I believe. So I figured let's put something with a little bit more firepower behind it over here. And yet I still have not replaced these guys. But they are getting pretty damn close to my line. So they do get into melee really quickly here. Because we have the high ground, they don't last very long. And knowing that we have the high ground, I don't actually take them off of firing mode. They just kind of adjust the lines that these guys break. These guys, though, are kind of hanging back and pouring it into my militia garrison, or my garrison line. But my garrison line is doing a decent job of keeping up with professional line infantry. If I can say so myself. But, geez, I just dropped like 13 frames there with all this smoke. I might want to turn the smoke down a little bit next time. If this is really bothering you, like some of the lag that I may or may not be getting, I can't really tell. Please leave a comment and let me know. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll name regiments after you guys if you want. Don't really care. I mean, I don't think anybody's really going to see this right now. Or at least not for a little while. Because they don't really have that big of a fan base as it is. But I mean, I'll name regiments after you guys. I've said that the other video I just did, but whatever, I'll say it again. So these guys came back. This is a couple this is 2 regiments here who are gonna try and make the charge up the hill again. Which may or may not be a good idea. That's a gallant thing though right there. That's actually a pretty epic screenshot. Give me a second. Perfect. I just wanted that. Maybe I want to put that as my background. So yeah, these guys, they kind of break. These guys break off. and they break off. And my French are just kind of pouring it into them as they run away. I do think they can still come back. I don't remember if they do. I know one of those in there isn't because I just saw it. Yeah, the line infantry professional isn't, but over here I'm still taking some casualties. But again, I got the high ground, so this was a battle that the AI shouldn't have fought. Even though I didn't even know I had this high ground, but like until I saw it, I didn't know it was on the map. So they're taking a decent amount of casualties, most of which are on this flank here. Yeah. So, oh god, I don't know if anybody else just saw that, but that guy just got shot in the face. He just got shot in like the chest. Yeah, these guys are done. They've had it for the day, and I don't blame them. That's a tough fight, fighting uphill, even if it is militia. I think these guys did try it again, and they finally got shattered. I think, yeah, so that's the end of the game right there. So I did deploy like 200 more. I only lost 798. And like 180 of those were from my choice to fire into the back of my own men, which I am not proud of. But, yeah. And then they lost half their army. At least. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let's see who killed the most. Yeah, see right here. This militia unit got 4 chevrons. This regiment Étranger, it is not involved in the Battle of Gettysburg. But, because it is still in my capital. But this is just a few of the kills. So these guys right here, they only lost 44 guys and inflicted 549 casualties. Or kills. Any other honorable mentions? Oh yeah, this other regiment of Étrangers who lost 128 guys to the enemy and about 98 to friendly fire, killed 462. And this garrison provincial militia killed 204, with this garrison militia killing 282. And then, well, firelocks will be firelocks and shoot a couple guys and then run away. But, yeah, that was basically the battle. I hope you enjoyed. Good night, everybody.